All right, so welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly team call. It is May 17th, Thursday. The month is flying by. And I have some things that I want to share with you guys first, so that way we kind of can go through all the most important things, and then I can fill you in on this awesome team call tonight, guys, that I'm really pumped up about, and I know it's going to help you guys. So a couple things I wanted to go over here. Just make sure you have all this information written down. And I almost forgot to mention this. Not sure if you guys saw it in our team page. I actually made a post about this, and I also did a live video about it too. But anybody on the team, it doesn't matter if you're my coach or not. This is for the entire team. Any coach, whoever you are, whoever is motivated and driven and is going to go after it and go get it. I said that if you become a new diamond for the first time, or start qualifying for a new star diamond rank by June 21st, then I would fly you down here to Florida. So I would pay for it for you guys. So you wouldn't have to pay for anything. It would literally be all on me, but I would fly you guys down and I would let you guys stay with me for a couple of nights. And it could be any 2 nights that you want. So whatever works in your schedule, as long as I'm here, obviously, and not away somewhere else. And I'll fly you down here and you guys can stay with me. It's going to be one at a time, so it's going to be a one-on-one thing. And I'll fly you down here, and you can stay with me for 2 nights and 3 days, and we can really work one-on-one, and you can pick me and Nick's brain. We can really talk closely about where you are in your business and what your goals are, what you're struggling with, some tips. And honestly, guys, like getting one-on-one like that in person makes a huge difference. It like trumps everything over team calls, phone calls, video chats. I mean, when you get to be in person and all you're doing is talking about your growth in your business and in your life, it makes a huge difference. So if you're someone who's here to build a business, I'm just going to assume everybody is, okay? So all of you guys, mark it on your calendar by June 21st. If you become a brand new diamond or start qualifying for a new star diamond rank, I will be reaching out to you and putting something in place. So I'm really excited about that. We also have it's coming up, guys, honest. I can't believe it. I feel like when I first started to plan the luxury diamond retreat, it was like months ago, but I'm starting to finally put together the last finishing touches on it. But mark on your calendar, August 28th to August 31st up in Maine. That's where we're going to be having our luxury diamond retreat. Now, in order to get an invitation from me, I'm going to be sending them out a month prior. But one of the requirements is that you're going to need to hit Success Club for June and July. So you need to hit Success Club 5 minimum for 2 months leading up to that. And then you also need to have locked in diamond by July 26th. So just write those dates on your calendar, because these events, guys, like you got to get to the luxury diamond retreat. It's so awesome. It's like seriously will change you in your business and create such a strong bond between the team, and it's awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I have my corporate leader already set up to fly down. He's awesome. You guys are going to love him. A lot of you already know him. I'm not going to share any more information because I do like to keep a lot of things a surprise until you actually get there. So those are 2 really important dates. We also have Summit coming up. It's not too late to buy your tickets. Really should get there, guys, to Summit. Those of you who are going, if you didn't see, we already have a group on Facebook. So if you have not been added to that, I mean, if you haven't requested to be added, make sure that you reach out to your coach or me so we can get you added in there, because I'm posting some important things in there. We're going to be ironing out all the finishing details of where we're going to meet for our team picture, where we're going to meet for like dinner and drinks, which is going to be on me too, guys. I treat you guys to all that. And just, I want to make sure that we all stay together and on top of things in one group. So if you're not in it, make sure you're in it. I also put up an order form for the new tank tops for Summit as well. So make sure that you place your order no later than Monday. Otherwise, they won't be in on time. It takes at least a full 2 weeks to come in. And then I need to be able to have, I need to be able to get them all mailed out to all you guys. So Monday, and it's in the team page, so make sure you fill that form out too. Let your coaches know if they're not on this call, so that they can get those filled out. If you hit Success Club this month and you're going to Summit, you earn a free photo shoot opportunity with the trainers at Summit which is so cool. It's really, really awesome. And it's really helpful to have these pictures of the personal trainers, because especially when you're talking about the different programs, or you're talking about what they've done for you in the past and trying to promote different things, it just, people are like, oh my gosh, you get to actually party with Tony Horton, you know? It's really cool. So that is a perk for hitting Success Club 5, and it doesn't matter even if you're here for a hobby or not, that really should be a top priority for you anyways. We have that. On Monday, we have our 2B Mindset group starting for the people who have decided to go through with it. And if you have added people to our free group that I ran, it's done now, but if you added people to it, make sure you reach out to every single person individually. Like, this is huge, guys. People don't just come to you. So make sure that you take the time to private message every single one of those people and just say like, hey, thanks so much for learning more about this new nutrition program. It's going to be a game changer. What did you think about it? Were you looking to start with us on Monday and the rest of the group and move forward with us? What do you think? Like something simple like that, you know, and send them all a private message. You have to follow up with your people. Like, very few people will come to you, okay? All right. Wanted to welcome any new coaches on the team. I know we have some new coaches that are here, so welcome to our team. We are pumped to have you. And last but not least, does anybody have any rank advancements from anybody on the team that you'd like to shout out? I know last week I had you guys hop on Liz's call. So if you wanted to shout out the people from last week, if you had any, or any for this week, just unmute yourself and let us know so we can congratulate them and celebrate them. Anybody? Nope, nothing.
I do. I'm sorry. I'm on. You can't see me. Sorry.
Oh, there you are.
I'm sick pea brownies. So it was a weakness tonight.
Okay.
I have. Oh my goodness. Now I'm like having a total. Okay. Caitlin Ellison regained her emerald last week. She's in it. For
That's
real,
awesome.
and I'm excited about that. And then Corinne Purchase is emerald too, and that was last week. So
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. You guys are crushing it. Totally crushing. Oh gosh. Anybody else have any other rank advancements that they would like to go ahead and congratulate or shout out? I see something in the chat here. Oh, Robin, Kate, and Carrie. Congratulations, guys. Jen Schultz just shouted you out. Oh, you have allergies. I'm sorry. You sound like a man. I don't believe that. Awesome, guys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And I wanted to share with you guys just my screen really quickly so I could also congratulate these people. All right, so wanted to congratulate, this is our mid-month 3 and 5 Lives Club, guys, otherwise known as Success Club 5 over here and Success Club 10 over here. So congratulations to the people who have already changed 5 lives over here and are at Success Club 10, freaking killing it. Christine, Jen Schultz, Amy Davis, Courtney Bordeaux, Kristen, and her husband, SC20. What? Guys, that means that she's already helped sign up and help get started 10 people on their journey. That's freaking insane. Angela, Angie, Nick. Oh, wow. This is Christine's husband over here, Nicholas Lentaka. Is that how you say it? I hope I'm saying his name. I'm not even going to bother with the last names. And Roseanne, congratulations to you guys for already changing at least 3 lives and being at Success Club 5. And then all these people down here, I'm not going to go through every single person, but all of them are working so hard right now. They're on the board. They have helped at least one person get started on their health and fitness journey. They're helping them move in the right direction at least. And their goals right here are to move up to at least right here to be in the 3 Lives Club. So just feel free, guys. Like, if you ever are stuck and feel like, oh man, I'm having a hard time, I just can't help 3 to 5 people for some reason, I don't know where I'm going wrong, always look at these boards right here. You know, this is a really great place and a really great reference to see whose names are on here, and reach out, ask for help, ask for tips, ask them what they're doing. They clearly know what they're doing if they're already there. And we're all here to help each other. So that is my tip for that. Okay. All right, guys. So I have so much information to share with you guys. As you know, I need to minimize this. I'm sorry. I just can't focus. This thing is so big in the background here. All right. So as you guys know, myself and Michelle Rod and Erin all went to Denver. Well, they live in Denver, but I flew to Denver to meet them. And we went to the National Achievers Conference, guys. This was honestly one of my very first like non-Beachbody events that I have attended, which honestly has been one of my goals this year, is to attend and invest more in myself and in the business by getting myself to these events, because I know the power of events. I've been to multiple Beachbody events. I never miss them unless I can't, because I'm trying to get pregnant and it's in Mexico and there's Zika. But other than that, I really try to get there. So I wanted to take it a step further this year and attend this thing. So we went here and they had some of the most influential and most successful entrepreneurs in the world here speaking to us for an entire day. It went from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7:30 at night. We ended it with Tony Robbins speaking to us for over 4 hours. He literally got on at 3 and he went until 7:30. And it was just packed with like the best information, not just motivation, but actual things that you can apply and start applying to your business like right away, or to help get you to have that light bulb moment go on and start taking action in the right direction with your business. And so we heard from Gary Vee. I'm sure you guys know him. We heard from Robert Herjavec. I don't know how to say his last name. It's kind of funky, but he's from Shark Tank. Joseph McClendon, Doug Nelson, and then obviously we heard from Tony Robbins. So there was a lot of information. I mean, I literally have this whole thing here that they gave us filled out, and my notebook jammed with notes. And I just couldn't wait to get back and share with you guys some of the most important things. So as I share with you guys tonight, how I laid the call out tonight was I'm going to be like intertwining things that we learned while we were there, quotes and things that the different people said with their like best tips and takeaways, so that way you can apply it to your business. It's obviously not every single little thing I heard, because we only have like a 45-minute window here, but I really think it'll help you. So I hope you have your notebooks out with your pens out, so we can get this thing going. And I highly recommend that you guys get yourself to any kind of event like this. I don't know if anybody else is up to this, but me and Nick signed up for Tony Robbins' event in New York for November 8th. It's called Unleash the Power Within. That's our next event that we're going to be attending. I just have a feeling like I'm going to be obsessed with going to these kinds of events now all the time. So if anybody is up for joining us, let us know. That'd be a lot of fun. All right. So most of you guys, when you think about your business, right, most of you guys already know what you need to do in order to have success and to build your business, right? Like I'm sure most of you know, unless you're a brand new coach, obviously you need to go through training and like you're a newbie. But if you've been here for a couple months at least, couple years, you know what it is that you need to do to build your business. You know what to do, right? But yet you either don't do it, or you'll do things to kind of distract yourself or avoid doing the thing that you know you need to do that's actually going to build your business. Can you guys relate to this? I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all have that one thing, right? So you know what needs to be done, but you're either not doing it or you're avoiding it. You're staying away from it. You're getting distracted. Like you're maybe not even consciously even aware that you're doing these different things in your life every day to avoid that thing. But either way, you're literally just one decision away, from moving the needle in the right direction for your business. It doesn't matter if you're newer or a veteran coach, right? You're just one direction away, one decision away. It's not going or supposed to take you like 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years to have this massive breakthrough of what really needs to happen for you to build this business. It's literally just broken down to one moment. At this very moment, right now, you can choose, because it's all up to you at the end of the day. It is all up to you, but you can choose right now at this moment. You can make a new decision right now that can change and alter the entire course of your future with this business right this second, right now. So you don't need to wait. It doesn't matter what's already happened in the past. Doesn't matter if you're a brand new coach. This is something that can be applied right now in your business and in your life, okay? Your life can literally be completely changed, like dramatically, just by this one little simple decision that you can make. So if you're taking any kind of notes right now, the thing that I want you to write down is that you're just literally one decision away from having the shift in your business. That's it. It's just one simple decision. And we determine our fate. Every single one of us here determines our fate. So stop and think for a second. This is where you want to get your notes out, because you're going to want to be a little bit of self-reflective here, and think about yourself and think about your business. But take your notebook out and take your pen out and really think about, what is that one thing that you know that you should be doing for your business every single day that will grow it, but that you don't do? Like, there's this one thing, right, that you know that you should be doing that you avoid or you don't do. Like, what is that one thing? And then just write it down in your notebook so that you have it at least. Because it's that one thing, guys, that you're avoiding. That's the thing that's going to take it to the next level, or even get you to see growth at all, right? And get you to move. So now once you have it, once you know, and now you've recognized this in your mind, like, okay, I avoid inviting. I don't avoid inviting. I'm just using it as an example. I avoid inviting, right? Now that you have that and you have that written down and you're aware of it, now you need to pay really, really close attention and remember that every single day when you go to sit down to build your business, whether it's for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 3, 4, 5 hours at night, doesn't matter. You need to recognize it and then start to change your patterns of behavior that are leading up to that moment. So for example, if you know that you need to invite, right? Like, let's just face it, at the end of the day, this is the thing that's going to grow your business, inviting. Without it, you're screwed. Let's be real, okay? If you know you need to invite, you know it's the missing link, but it's still something that you aren't consistent with, you're just really not consistent with it, or it's something that you avoid. What's something different that you could do now prior to that activity so that you can kind of switch things up a bit? You almost have to trick your brain, guys, because by now, okay, like say you avoid inviting because you're scared or you have a fear or whatever it is, by now you have literally trained your brain. You've trained your brain, even if you're not even really aware of it. You have trained your brain and conditioned your brain to learn these new strategies to avoid it, right? Maybe you go to sit down to build your business and you know you should invite, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, like I need to go do the dishes now. So you get it to go do the dishes. Or you sit down and you're like, oh, actually, I gotta thaw the chicken and get ready for dinner. I'll do it later, right? You might be doing these little things that are purposely getting you to avoid that one thing that you know you need to do. And you might not even be aware of it. But now you've trained your brain after all these days, all these weeks, all these months, right? It doesn't take long to establish new habits and to teach your brain new habits. We know this with health and fitness, right? We know this because we're health and fitness coaches, and we know how easy it is to build a new habit or to break one, right? So it's the same thing with your brain when it comes to avoiding tasks or activities that you know you need to do to get you to continue seeing growth in your business. So you have to switch things up. You have to totally trick your brain now, guys, all right? So you have to think about doing something different to kind of psych your brain out to get you to actually go through now with that action that you know that you need to do. So for example, I really don't listen to much music, okay? But when I do listen to music, it's right before I either do a team call, a live video, or before I'm sitting down to go talk to people, before I'm actually having conversations with people on the computer or on the phone, all right? I blast the pumped up music, okay? You've got to get yourself pumped up, amped up. I'll dance around the room. I like to dance anyways, even though I suck at it, okay? I like to dance, just how I am, all right? And be crazy and goofy and funny and get myself laughing. It's just me as a person, but it gets my energy up and it gets me feeling good. And then that way, when I go to talk to people behind the scenes, I know they're going to feel my energy. How can you not, right? You could do something like that. Maybe you want to do some form of like a 5-minute visualization where you sit there and you have a visualization of really what you want your life to look like down the line. Think about what your life could look like and what it's not going to look like if you avoid this thing, right? Like if you don't invite every single day and you don't invite day after day, week after week, like how's your life going to really look 3 to 5 years from now? Is it going to be any different than it is now, or is it just going to be the same, or maybe even worse? So doing like some form of like a 5-minute visualization to get you thinking. It doesn't really matter what it is, guys. It's going to be something that's going to work for you. That's going to get you to trick your brain so that you can start to establish new patterns and new habits so that you can actually follow through with these actions and these activities that you've really been avoiding. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So one of the things that Tony Robbins said now in this whole thing, he was just so good, guys. God, he's amazing. If you don't listen to him or you've never even heard of him, you just need to YouTube. He is so phenomenal. One of the things he said is the number one thing people need is a compelling future, something to look forward to that excites you, something that will get you up early and keep you up late. That was just so true, right? I was like, oh man, like if that didn't hit home, I mean, think about that. Do you have that one thing? I know a lot of us do, but really think about it, right? If you're not all excited to start the day and get going with the business, and you're not willing to skip the freaking show at night because you want to work on the business, then maybe you don't have that thing yet. Maybe you need to really spend some more time thinking, right? So think about that. Do you have that one thing? I stay up late every single night. 4 years later, every single night, I get just about 6 hours of sleep, maybe. Although my Fitbit the other night said 3 for some unknown reason, because Kirsten woke me up. I didn't go to bed till 1. She woke me up from 1 to 3 2 times. So apparently my Fitbit was like, oh, she's not sleeping. She's power walking through the house to, go get her daughter. She's clearly awake. I'm not even going to record it as sleep, whatever. So when I woke up in the morning and I checked it, I'm like, oh my God, 2 hours and 56 minutes of sleep last night. It was a little off. But my point is that, I'm just excited about this. So I like staying up late at night. I have no desire to watch TV anymore, to be completely honest. And really think about that. And, yes, of course I'm tired, right? I'm really tired. But one of the guys said at this thing, who was it who said it? Was it Joseph McClendon who said, yeah, of course I'm tired. He goes, yeah, of course I'm tired. Hell yeah, I'm tired. But I'd rather be tired than poor. And I was like, oh man, that is so right? I'd rather sacrifice the sleep to change our financial situation so that we don't have that stress and that burden. Oh, that was Robert. Oh yeah, Robert Herjavec. Yes, he said that. Oh man, it was so awesome, wasn't it, when he said that? I was like, whoa, that's so true, right? Poor or tired. Take your pick. And that was just so awesome. I also noticed too, when I was listening to Tony, how true it really was when he talked about how everything comes from and stems from your energy. He talked a lot about energy, guys, really your energy. And I really thought back and related it back to my business, and you can do the same thing to your business too, I'm sure. But I noticed that like when my energy was low and when things were happening in life, if my energy wasn't really up and things were low, my business was more like, yeah, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't like, awesome as it is when I'm super fired up and excited and amped up and energetic and my energy is high, right? It kind of like was dulled out during those times. It didn't really thrive as quickly as it does when my energy is like way up here. And that's why I did that live video on the team page the other day. Just kind of rate yourself on where your energy is. Where is it? Like, how's your energy before you sit down to work? It makes a huge difference. And he talked so much about that you need to have that energy. You need to have that enthusiasm. You need to find a way to create it, and how motion can create emotion. And you just got to get your body up and get yourself moving, really get yourself out of that low state so that you can bring your energy up so that other people can feel that, because that is what people are attracted to. If you're in a really low state of energy, then it's really going to be hard for you to take action and to be excited about your business and about life and about, helping people, whatever it is. that you're trying to do. If your energy is low, you're just going to have no desire to do it. So get up, get moving. He had us up. It was like a freaking workout. I had altitude sickness the next morning because I was so sick, guys, because all day, like for 4 hours, when you go to his event, it's like a workout session, okay? And he had us up because, we're all in our seats, but the whole point is that, like, your brain is not going to be in its peak state, and you're not going to be able to perform well or get excited about anything if you're just like sitting there for 4 hours listening. So he had us getting up out of our seats and pumped up music and dancing and jumping and wake your row up and doing all this crazy stuff, and you felt so much better, right? But not to mention, like, literally, it was like a calf workout, just a workout in general, and I didn't want to miss anything. So the whole time when I was there, I didn't drink water. And the next morning, I totally paid the price. There's a tip. If you ever go to the mountains, the real mountains, you're going to want to drink a lot of water. So get up, dance around, like, get your body excited. Pretend that your biggest dream, guys, that you have. Like, come on, you guys, I know you guys all have dreams with this business, right? I know you guys do. Like, you must have some huge vision or dream for your family. Pretend your biggest dream that you've ever had is now your reality, right? And imagine how you would feel reaching that and achieving that, and get up and act like that, That's what he had us do. He had us do a lot of that stuff. And so you have to apply the same exact strategies day to day before you sit down to work on your business, every single day, before you go to talk to somebody. If you have a phone call scheduled to talk to somebody, like I have 3 calls after this that I'm talking to 3 people about the business, okay? And I'm kind of tired a little bit after these calls, but I'll do something, I'm drinking my Energize now. I'll put my music on. I'll get myself fired up before I get on there. Don't be like, oh man, I'm so tired. It's such a long day of work. Now I got to talk to this person about the business. Well, good luck, because they're probably not going to sign up with that attitude. So get yourself in this state before you get out there and start talking to people in your business. You will see a drastic change in the amount of people that you can help, the amount of people who are drawn to you, the amount of people who you can sign up, the amount of income that you're going to earn, the speed that your team is going to grow. It will literally affect everything, because whatever state you are in determines your abilities. And everybody here on this team has the ability to go out there and to build a 6 or 7 figure income business. And yes, I said that, okay? Because I know you guys are all capable of it. You just don't see it and believe it in yourself yet. And that's okay. I'll help you get there, all right? So you need to have something larger than yourself that you are after. It's got to be something larger than yourself that you're after. Otherwise, this is where you'll start to let the fear get in, and it's going to come in, it's going to dominate and control and take over everything in your life, okay? Fear will literally sweep in and take it all over if you don't have something right now that is larger than yourself. So you have to have something that's going to really pull you every single day. I'm talking at the end of the workday, when you don't feel like doing it, at the end of the day after being home with your kids all day long, when your spouse is gone for 5 days. What is pulling you to show up at night or whenever it is and keep going? It needs to be something like your children. Is it a mother? Is it a father? Is it a spouse? Is it a relative? Is it a friend? Is it a mission you have? Whatever it is. And when you have that, that's when all the fear goes away, guys. Because in all honesty, when you're pulled forward and pulled toward something greater than you guys, then trust me, you'll make the sacrifices, because now it's not just about you anymore. It's about somebody else. It's about your family. It's about your kids. It's about your future. It's about helping your parents because they're elderly and they need help and they're, bankrupt or whatever it is, right? There's a reason, and it'll pull you. And then the sacrifices will be like, this is no big deal. Like, I totally got this. Create a vision beyond just this moment right now that you're in, no matter how tough this one moment might be for you right now. I don't know, some of you might be going through tough times. I know I've been going through tough times or was going through some tough times, but you have to have something that's a vision beyond just this moment. Because the people who are successful in this and just in businesses in general can really see something in those tough times that no one else sees. And then those people go and they take advantage of it. It boils back down to that time to those quotes, or when you ever hear people say, It's not about showing up when it's easy. Anybody can do that. It's about showing up when life throws you curveballs, when life gets tough. And so if you have something that's pulling you, that's larger than you and is so big, it doesn't really matter. The world can come crashing down around you. You're still never going to turn your back and totally neglect your business. So no matter what, guys, you are not stuck, right? Whether you've been doing this for a couple years and you're like, oh man, I'm stuck now for a whole year, or you're a newer coach and you just feel like, oh man, I'm just not moving as quickly as I wanted to. You're not stuck. You just need to create new patterns in your day-to-day life and habits that you can apply to your business. You need to teach yourself, just like we teach our challengers, guys, how to follow a meal plan and how to structure out their day for when to press play for their workouts, right? It is exactly like this, but just all about the business. Doug Nelson, he was another guy who was there. God, he was, all these people, let me just say, guys, the stories that they had of their upbringings, what they came from. I mean, this is what I mean when people say you can either be a victim or you can choose to not be a victim and change your life. I mean, these people were not just handed life on a platter. Like, they kind of came from really tough upbringings. I'm talking one guy living on the side of a road in a cardboard box, right? Another guy literally getting blown up in a natural gas explosion and living. I mean, these people had unbelievable stories, and they were able to turn it all around, you know, by one decision at a time, one day at a time. And now they're some of the world's most influential leaders. So it really doesn't matter what the hell your past is or what you've been through. And none of that matters, right? I actually can't stand when people look back at the past and they're like, well, you know, I can't do this because, you know, it was my parents, X, Y, and Z. It's like, that's nice. That was 30 years ago. We're talking about now and moving forward, right? You're an adult. You can control, and you do control what you do today and going forward. It's up to you. It's not up to your mom, for God's sakes. If you decide that you can't build a business, that's all on you, right? So it was awesome, guys. Their stories. You can Google some of these people. I'll put their names up in the team page if you didn't catch them at the beginning, and you can start to research them, and man, you will be blown away. But Doug Nelson said something really incredible that I never really thought about before. Just never really rang a bell, but he said, you need to change your mentality before you change your results. This is what he said. You need to change your mentality before you change your results. And he said that so many people have it backwards. And that's why people are never getting results. And I'll relate this back to, for example, I'll relate it back to me with the workout programs, right? You're not in the best shape of your life, right? You're constantly looking for the next new program that's going to do it for you. Like, this is it. Shift Shop, it's going to do it. You do it, you commit, you get results, you fall off track. Damn it. All right, what's another program that I can do that's going to, you know, get me awesome results that I can stick with? All right, let's try 80-day obsession. No, that didn't work either. You're constantly going from program to program. Yeah, you can get results, you can follow it, but then you're constantly falling off. But you keep looking for a new program to do, thinking that that is going to be what is going to change how you look and how you feel about yourself. When really the root of my problem is my mentality and mindset association with food. This is where 2B mindset comes in. This is where he's talking about how people have it all backwards, right? You have to change the mentality. It doesn't matter how many programs I do. It doesn't matter if I'm in an infomercial. It doesn't matter if I'm in a test group and get chosen. It doesn't matter. I will never have long-lasting results and feel great about myself consistently throughout the year, year after year, until I get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is bad habits associated with food. So that was just an example. But think about this business. How can you apply this to your business? Right? Do you keep saying, damn, I don't know why I can't get to Diamond. I need a new training. That's it. I'm signing up for this training. You don't need another training. The root of the problem is what you're doing in your day-to-day actions. It's not the training that's going to do it. It's what do you do when you sit down to work? When the other coach is sitting there cranking out invites and adding new to their network and building new relationships and adding value left and right and commenting on photos and taking their time and being patient and having a long-term vision. You're scrolling Facebook. You're having side conversations with coaches. you're diving into another training, right? Be willing to give yourself that honest gut check of what you really need to do to see the true change in your life. You have to be honest with yourself, brutally honest with the results that you're getting right now. Okay. And I just loved how he said that phrase. I just never really thought of it like that, but it was like, geez, that's so true. And I'm sure we can all apply that in some area in our life, whether it's health and fitness or in terms of the business. You have to change the inside first. You have to change the inside first because your inside world creates your outside world. So the invisible creates the visible. This is all powerful stuff. Those were like huge highlighted bullet notes that all three of us definitely wrote down in our notes. Another thing that Doug talked about too is he's really big on your money blueprint for wealth. He studies the psychology of wealth. And I thought this was fascinating. I really thought this part was, he was probably my, oh God, they were all so good, but I think he was my second favorite speaker. I really do. Like, he was that good. That is his focus, is all on that. He talked a lot about your thermostat for money. What is your thermostat for money set to? Because you'll never out earn whatever it's set to. So when you're thinking about this business right now and you're just like, you know what? I just want to earn enough. I don't really have any big ambitions with this. I really just want to earn maybe $100 a week if I'm lucky, and I'm good. That's great, because you'll never earn more than 100 a week. Whatever you set your thermostat to is what you will get. You will never go beyond it. Versus someone who's like, I am going to earn $1 million a year with this business. That is what I say. That is what I believe. And it will happen. It is going to happen. So my actions is going to be a little bit different from the person who just wants to earn hundreds, couple hundred, couple thousand. And there's no right or wrong. It's all about what your goals are. But the point is, and the point that he was saying is, really look carefully of really how you want to live your future, how you want to live your life, what you want this to do for you and your family, and then really look at, what your thermostat is set to. Maybe you need to kick it up a notch. Maybe it's just not set high enough, because it's set higher. Someone who has it set higher is going to obviously be willing to put in the actions and to do that much more than the person who has their thermostat set lower. So maybe it's time for you guys to kick it up a notch, depending on what your goals are for life, right? Because however you think, feel, and act around money, he said, is your blueprint. I was like, oh, this is awesome. However you think, feel, and act around money is your blueprint. I love that part. That was so amazing. Gary Vee came up there, and you know how he is, right? Have you guys listened to him? You know, he's awesome. I mean, he just tells it like it is. He is very blunt. He is real. He is raw. I mean, he genuinely really does truly care about people, but he's very matter of fact, and he swears a lot. So if you don't like swearing, or you don't swear, you probably wouldn't like this guy. But anyways, he said, be willing to adapt, change, and add tons of value. I'm so thirsty. Hold on. He said, people who bring the most value get the most attention. And so I thought about us, and I thought about this business. And this is another reason why you have to be so giving in this business, guys. Giving and so freaking patient. Giving and patient. You need to be pumping out so much value for people for free every single day, no matter what. That is a huge reason why people really take off in this and why people don't. Yes, you do need to be obviously talking to people and having real conversations and building real relationships behind the scene, but you also have to be able to talk the talk and walk the walk. You can't be doing one without the other. And I know I've said this to you guys before, but it's true. I mean, when Gary stands up there, okay, he's made it, right? You've got to be willing to put value out every single day. Think about the things that you're sharing. Is it helpful? Is it adding motivation? Is it inspiring? Is it giving a tip about something? Who is it helping? Or is it just a selfie with you in your Shakeology cup, right? everything that you post up there and put up every day has to be helping someone, even if it's only just one person. That is our job, and that's what matters. And the more that you give, the more you will get back in return. That's how this works. You help a lot of people. You give a lot of value. More and more people will want to join forces with you. More and more people will want your help. So don't let a day go by. Make sure you're up on your stories in Instagram, on Facebook, and make sure you're getting that value out there every day in some form, because it's huge, so important. And then on top of that, work to match the ambition that's coming out of your mouth. So really think about the things that you're saying that you want to achieve with this. And then just know that if you say, hey, I want to retire from my job by next year, or hey, I want to earn 6 figures like you do, then be willing to put in the work day after day. Be willing to turn down leisure. Be willing to make a shitload of sacrifices. Be willing to get less sleep, and do it every single day, and you'll do it. So just whatever that ambition is, that action has to match that. You can't just sit on the couch and be like after this call tonight, right? Like, tonight is the night. That's it. I'm going all in with this business. I am going all in with this business. And then you get off the call, you go flop on the couch, and you watch 2 hours worth of TV. You're not serious. There's no way you're serious. So just think about that, and think about your life, because I can't go to your house and drag your ass off the couch. Believe me, if I was there, I would. I would go over and pull you up, give you a couple light slams, and be like, let's go. You want to change your life or not? But you're going to be the one that can pump yourself up like that and get yourself up and moving when you really don't feel like it, right? You only want to earn a couple $1,000s a year, then you know what? You're not going to have to really make that many sacrifices at all, but you want to do bigger things, then you be prepared to do what it takes to get there. But it's so worth it when you actually get there, guys. So worth it. So I bet you guys didn't know this. He said it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. Have you guys heard that one before? Becomes 10 years to become 10 years, not 3 months when the business gets hard and you're like, you know what, it's not for me. Not in a year when your entire team quits on you. It takes that much time and consistency over time to be considered an overnight success. So my point of telling that to you guys is not that you have to be in this business for 10 years to see success. But my point is that you're an entrepreneur. So you need to put your mindset in the right place that an entrepreneur does, and know that it doesn't happen overnight. And you got to have the patience, and you got to be willing to go the distance, and you have to be willing to show up and do the work every day when you don't want to, so that it can compound. Otherwise, you'll just be here, guys, for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you'll see one coach who's been doing it the same amount of time as you, who's like way over there, and then you'll be like, shit, what happened? But if you look very closely at what the two of those coaches were doing, there's a drastic difference between how they were spending their time. So that's why in my live video today on the team page, I really harped on choose how you're spending your time wisely. Really choose how you're spending your time wisely, because every little minute counts. Like every little minute counts. So I'm going to leave you with these last few key things here that Robert said that I really, really liked. He said, you can either choose to be a victim or you can choose to move on. And we can all apply this in our life, right? You can choose to be a victim by being like, no one's saying yes, no one's writing back, everyone's saying no, no one can sign up. But why is Kristen at Success Club 20? Or Christine isn't she at 22? 20 as well. Well, we're selling all the same things, the exact same programs, the exact same products. We all have the same amount of time in the day. As a matter of fact, I know Kristen works full time and has multiple kids at home and sports and all sorts of jazz. So why is it that someone can do that and then someone else can struggle? So don't play the victim card, right? Reach out for help. look at what you're doing, but I guarantee it just boils down to you're not talking to people. And if you are, you're just not talking to enough people and you haven't been patient enough. That's really so key. I don't deal well with the victim card, just so you know. I can't handle that. So we're all going to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and we're going to keep on moving freaking forward, because the last thing that you want to do is go through your entire freaking life and be 90 years old, okay, and have all this regret that you just coasted through life and you didn't even push yourself, right? I mean, think about the person who you can become, guys, along this journey. Guys, this has nothing to do with just Beachbody, all right? You have a family watching you, most of you, right? Kids watching you. Don't you want to show them what perseverance and hard work and work ethic and a vision can do for their future? I know I want my kids to see that. I want my kids to see that, you know, you should go out there and open your own business. We already have a YouTube channel for Landon doing Minecraft games where he's talking and creating his Minecraft games, because when people Google kindergarten Minecraft, nothing shows up and he loves it. So we're already starting this young. Right now, for a while now, I have been working on developing a brand new children's activity workbook that's all about having a positive mental attitude and self-growth and how to teach that to our children at an early age. So I'm working on that right now. I'm working on getting that done so I can get that published and get that out there, right? So, I mean, you really have to think big with this, guys, with the growth. I mean, I would have never, ever thought I'd do that 5 years ago, right? But you really got to think about just life in general. I mean, what's the point if you're just sitting here like, blah, right? Oh, well, I guess I'm just going to be in debt forever. I guess I'm just going to just suck it up and just go through the motions. Like, that sucks. Don't do that, guys, right? You're worth so much more than that, and you can all do this, and you can all change your life. It's just one decision at a time. So if you don't like your life, then do something about it. Like, do something about it. Like, if you really don't like your life, then freaking do something about it. And Robert said that, and I believe firmly in that. Like, I definitely am more of a tough love kind of person. If people complain to me about their life, I'm literally like, then freaking go do something about it, because I was in the same shit ass situation too, and I changed it, and you can too. But sitting there complaining about it or not doing anything about it or just shooting the breeze isn't going to change it. You have the power. You have to go change it. So if you're not happy, then, and you're not like really fulfilled with your life, then it's not just going to automatically change for you and wake up one day with like, I'm totally fulfilled. Life is great. The debt's gone. Yes, I stopped doing my job. I'm home every day. Now my spouse is retired. Yes, I bought that dream house in Hawaii or on the mountains or wherever the hell it is. I own multiple rental properties. I mean, that stuff doesn't just happen, guys. I mean, you have to visualize that and then be willing to put in the work for it every day. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how shitty it is. Always remember there's somebody out there who has it way worse, who's sitting down right now, putting in the work that needs to be put in, and they're changing their life right at this moment. And you can do that too. You have to believe desire to do something is super easy. Desire is super simple. It's really easy. Anybody can do it. Christ's sakes, I hear my sister say it. And that's not saying a lot. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video ever. Sorry. The desire to change is easy, but belief in you is hard. That is what's really hard. And belief is great, but action is way better. So have all those three components. Believe in yourself, get that belief, put in the action, and that's it. That's how you see results. So I hope that you guys can all see the vision for your life so that you can go out and you can live it really on its fullest of terms. And if you've been on the struggle bus, okay, I've been there before and it totally sucks. You have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you have to dive into shitloads of personal development, and you have to have that vision. Because if I did not have the vision that I have for our family, for our future, I would have quit 15 times by now, guys. I would have quit when every single diamond dropped. I would have quit when not one single coach for an entire year hit Success Club. I would have quit when I saw other people failing and struggling, because I would have blamed it on myself and said, I'm not a strong enough leader. Where am I going wrong? It was the vision that kept me going. And if you have that vision and you are relentless with it, it doesn't matter how crappy are the times, it's going to get better. You're going to get through it. And the best way to make yourself feel better is to take more action. That's why I have 3 coach calls lined up after this call tonight. I'm going to be up till 1 o'clock tonight. Oh, well, I don't care, right? It doesn't matter to me. I love what I do. I have to pull myself away from the computer every single night, guys, seriously, for real, to go to bed. Get to that place, guys. You've got to get that momentum going. That's the only way. I'm telling you right now, you look at these new coaches on this team who are coming on, who are on these leaderboards, first week of the month, for God's sakes. They're running on sheer adrenaline and motivation, and because of that, now they can start to see their vision a little bit clearer, because they're like, you know what? I think I can do this. Actually, I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm totally going to do this. And they're not just saying it. Now they're more likely and more willing to show up every day and to put in the work and to get there. You really do. You have to get freaking obsessed. If you are not obsessed with this business, then it's not going to happen for you. I'm sorry. You do. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe your business. It does not matter if it's a coffee shop, a freaking restaurant, a nail salon, a hair salon, or beach body business, whatever it is. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe this business. It has to become a part of you. It has to become a part of you, for real. Just like getting up and pressing play every day, or getting up and brushing your teeth every single day. I listen to personal development every single where I go. I listen to it in the car on the way to school. I put it on when the kids are in the car, as long as it's appropriate stuff. I must get over 2 hours of personal development every single day now. And that is because I'm totally obsessed with this business. And I know that if the average person is either A, not listening to it, or B, listening to it for 10 times a day, well, you're going to see the growth, right? Between someone who's doing it for 10 minutes versus someone who's doing it in 2 hours. And I'm obsessed with growth. Growth and progress makes me feel like, all right, I'm on the right path. It gets me more excited. It gives me more energy. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on, are you making any progress? Are you just staying the same? It sucks when you're just blah, staying the same, not really moving anywhere. You got to get the ball rolling to really feel awesome. So I don't know. I hope this helped you guys. We have Summit coming up. Okay. This is the time of year, guys, where you really need to haul ass. Haul ass. I mean, if you can't see how awesome it is what we have right here, I'm going to freaking fly you down to Florida. I'm going to pay for you to get on a plane, pick you up at the airport, drive you back. You don't have to pay for a damn thing for 2 nights and 3 days. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have that opportunity, but I'm giving that opportunity to you because I know the power of that one-on-one mentorship like that. I mean, there's that. There's a luxury diamond retreat. I mean, God, diamond, so simple, guys, honestly. Like, this is like bare bones minimum here. I'm not asking for your liver. It's really not that hard. You're just overthinking it. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't reach it when I was supposed to reach it. Shit, it's actually really hard. It's like, no, it's not hard. You just gotta set a new date, and you gotta make sure that your actions every single day are aligning with what you need to do so you actually get there. That's it. And if you have coaches and you're trying to reach star diamond ranks, okay, and you want to hit 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, you got to pull your troops together, and you have to do massive one-on-one stuff and small group interactions and Zoom calls. You just got to be more engaged with your people, just like you are when you bring on your first challenger, right? You have to be there with them and support them. So now is the time, guys. Trust me, now is the time. It's not next week. You don't have to wait till Monday. You don't have to throw in the towel and be like, you know what, I'm going to start in June. I have this going on. I have that going on. Guys, now is the time. Seriously. You can do this. You guys can all do this. I want to see some serious action going on from this team, because this is not something that can be done alone. We need all of you guys, right? And then when you can get that energy, I'm telling you guys, the active coaches, your team will grow. You're going to feel like on top of the world. Seriously, you will. And how rewarding to be a part of something that literally is just you helping change other people's lives. That's it. So cool. So yes, Angie, I'm glad that you liked that. I'm glad that you needed that kick in the butt. I hope it helped. I hope it helped anybody else that needed that swift kick in the ass too. I don't want to candy coat anything. I want to lay it all on the line for you guys. And honestly, like this event really was like top notch. So thanks for being on, guys. Does anybody have any questions about anything in their business at all? Anything that's on your mind? You guys are all a level 9 or 10 in terms of your energy, and everything is just perfect right now. No way, guys, full of it. Okay, well, no one has any questions, so I guess I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much for being here, and have an awesome weekend. Bye, guys.